This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA Halls!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes.
No way.
From the Queen Studios of New York, UFC 242 Fight Week, Khabib versus Poirier this Saturday, Abu Dhabi. We have some MMA news, and we have a special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with us, Nick Newell will be here with the MMA Halls. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are live once again on a Wednesday night, and we're just going to throw it right to the guest room. We have a special guest. Jessie, you pumped up about this?
I'm always pumped up about guests.
All right, let's do it. Here we go, guest room. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Mr. Nick Newell. Nick, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me on again.
All right, it's good to have, I think this is his third time back onto this dysfunctional program. It's good to see you here.
Yeah, good to be back on. Am I going to see you guys at CES this weekend?
Ah, man. Unfortunately, no. I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off about this. They had to do it the same day as the UFC. I got hit. I got into a car accident. I'm bummed. You got a lot of fighters there tonight on Saturday?
We got some. Yeah, we got quite the squad. Will Smith, Jesse Kazakowski, and Tim Flores.
Damn, man, I'm so bummed out, man. I really want to go to this event. So that means you're going to be in the crowd stealing all the sunshine, right? I mean, Jesus, you're a celebrity now.
No, I'm going to be in the back, warming my fighter up, and then chilling on the sidelines, maybe keeping a low profile. You know, if someone wants to chill with me, they can, but it's about the fighters fighting that night and my fighter. So I'm very excited to have some guys on the card. I'm a CES veteran. I love CES, and I'm happy to go to the show. You know, it's a great card.
It is in Connecticut again, the Connecticut Convention Center. So if you're in Connecticut, go down there, check out their event. It's fantastic. It's wonderful.
Wonderful.
Now, that's one thing I did notice with you, Nick. No matter what goes on in your life, no matter the highs, the lows, you always focus on your fighters. FAA is your gym. And by the way, congratulations. You have a new facility over there.
Yeah. As you can see, sorry, wait. Oh.
Let's see it.
Okay. No, I got what the hell?
Oh my God.
Okay.
Must be an iPhone.
Where'd it go?
It's got to be an iPhone. I don't know. Well, I see a nice ceiling behind you. That looks nice.
Somebody called me and it messed up everything.
What a douche. How dare they? That's not good. Well, it's all right. We still see you over here, just side of your face.
Okay. So.
There we go. All right, we're in business.
Here's my gym.
All right, let's see this thing. Look at that. Wow, Jessie, what do you think?
It's amazing. I might come over and train.
That looks pretty good, huh? So how big is this gym? It looks like a pretty decent-sized gym you got going on over there.
Yeah, it's 6,000 square feet, and I really made the most of the area and matted almost all of it.
Well, that's good stuff.
And plus the full-size cage.
So everything's coming together for you. You get this huge win in Bellator finally, and this is the promotion I think you belong in. Fuck the UFC, Nick. Fuck the new UFC. You got to be in Bellator. This is your place. This is your home. Do you feel at home at Bellator?
I did. They treated me amazing. I will say that a lot of the leagues have treated me really well, but I got a really good vibe from Bellator, and you know they're the big show. They're the biggest show in the world. People are leaving UFC to go to Bellator, so to me that says a lot. You see less people leaving Bellator to go to the UFC. So for me, it's great to be a part of that family, and I was treated like I'm a veteran for them as soon as I walked in. So I really appreciate. Scott Coker called me personally to congratulate me after my fight, and I felt really welcomed by him, Rich, and the whole family.
I feel that this is the right move. They should have done this a long time ago. I believe that you are the type of fighter that can be the face of an organization like Bellator. I really do believe this. You are on the prelims, which is a joke. You should have been on that main card over there in Connecticut. How did they do you dirty like that? It's insane.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say it like that, because I think the attention I got from being on the prelims was actually more than the main card, because people were like, why the hell is that guy on the prelims? And more people tuned in to watch the prelims. I was really the prelims main event, which is to me better than a main card slot.
It's funny. The prelims I didn't want to watch anymore. When you were done, I was done too.
Well, I sold like 250 tickets, and like everyone that bought a ticket off me left afterwards. And I was like, no, guys, stay. And they're like, nah, we're good. But because they came to see me. But the card was sick. The card ended up being really sick. A lot of really good finishes. And I don't complain about stuff. I would just have been begging to get in Bellator for a while. So it was good that I got the opportunity. I know that I'm one of the best fighters in the world. And you can't really judge someone's whole career off one performance. I've only lost to undefeated fighters. I've only lost to guys that are in the elite, and I've beaten. Out of all my fights, I have 16 wins, out of those 16 wins, 13 of them have had winning records. So for me, I've been fighting guys with winning records, not just bums, and really doing my best to push myself and prove that I belong in big leagues.
Is it true that Matt Mitrione kept on spitting out his mouthpiece because he was so upset on how good you fought?
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to watch a fight, and I just kept taking pictures with people.
So you didn't see the main event, I'm assuming?
No, because I was taking pictures with people.
I mean, Connecticut, your backyard, Bellator, I mean, the lights, the name in the background, did it all, when did it all sink in with you? Was it before the fight, after the fight, during the fight? When did it all hit you?
No, my coach, Jeremy Lubashevsky, who's been my coach since day one. He's the realest dude in the game. He tells it how it is. If you suck at something, he's going to tell you straight to your face. You can't be soft and train with him. He pushes me to be a better person outside of the cage, and he's a great father and a great leader and a great mentor. And this whole camp, he was talking to me about controlling my emotions and not letting my emotions get to me, and to just keep my composure and do what I do best, and that's win fights. And the whole time that Monday, I woke up on fight week, and I said, Nick, I told myself, I said something special is going to happen this week. I just had a feeling. I had a feeling that something was special. And I'm not like a spiritual guy or anything like that, but I could just feel it. And I got like these butterflies when I woke up Monday morning, when my son woke me up at 6 a.m. crying because he's up. I was like, man, I looked at him and I said, your dad's going to do something special this week.
Well, you did something special. You finished the men in Connecticut, Bellator. And what was funny about this fight is how it started. It looked like you were completely content with throwing hands. This is interesting to watch you. You came out there, you were jabbing away. It looks like you were not backing down at all. What was your game plan going into this fight?
No, I mean, if you watch all my fights, literally all of my fights, show me a round where I lost to striking, except for the second round with Justin Gaethje. That's the only round that you can find where, like, maybe someone hit me and then I choked them out, but in that same round. But, like, I've always won the striking in all my fights. And people think I'm a grappler just because I submit everyone. I have really good footwork, and my feet are always in the right spot, and I'm really hard to hit because I'm just constantly hitting and moving. And I came out there and I was like, I'm gonna knock this man out. I knew it. I had a feeling that I was gonna win by knockout. And my coach had a feeling too. So we had a game plan for that. And then, like, if it goes to the ground, that's just like that's just autopilot right there. And I hit him clean and he clinched me. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I can play this.
Well, you got the job done, and it was fantastic to watch over here. It's a true, like, roller coaster ride of a career you've been on. 2015, I remember running into you, and you were retired. You were done. That was it. And then all of a sudden, you come back, you get a shot at the Contender Series. That doesn't work out in your favor. You get the win in CES, and boom, now you're back in Bellator getting a win over here. I mean, it's just unbelievable. How the hell, how does this work? Is this a movie that's unfolding in front of us?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just living my life. You know, people are like, oh, Nick, you did this, you're inspiration, you overcame that. But, like, that's not, like, a big deal to me because, like, I'm just living my life and just doing what I want to do and doing what I feel like doing. And that's the best I can do. And I don't think that, like, my journey – I'll see you later, man. When I see you tomorrow? Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. So, you know, I don't think my journey is like any harder than anyone else. Like everyone has shit they have to deal with and things they have to overcome.
Yeah. Well,
so it's like I'm just like I feel like people like me because they can relate to me because everyone has their things going on and like you can just see mine. You know, I literally wear it on my sleeve or lack of a sleeve. So like people are like, man, that guy's going through a lot. I'm going through a lot. Like that's my boy right there. And like I'm like I appreciate that. You know, because I don't know what other people go to. So to say that like my life's harder, I had to overcome this or that, like that's not something you'll ever hear me say. Like I did have to overcome things, but like everyone has to. You know, I have ADD. That's probably harder than even having one hand.
You have ADD too? What the hell? What kind of?
Welcome to the club.
Like 4 or 5 times.
Welcome to the club, my friend.
She says, "Welcome to the club." The ADD club. It's a happening place. So, who's he talking to here? What's going on?
Yeah, whenever you want.
This is his brand new gym. This is Nick Newell live with the MMA Holes. And you know, to piggyback off of what you were saying here, the whole one arm thing, you overcome it, and not only do you overcome it, you make your way to the UFC, then you make your way to Bellator. I mean, you're playing at the biggest stages over here. What do you think about society? There's a lot of bitches out there. There's a lot of people that are bitching and complaining, woe is me, wah, wah, wah. That's all you hear. Perfectly normal people with all these problems. Here you are with one arm achieving your dream. What would you say to the pussies out there?
Yeah, I wouldn't even call him a name because, like, I'm not even trying to be funny because, like, I'll talk shit to you and make fun of you because, like, you're my friend and I know you. But, like, the truth is that, man, it's just some people, they don't have the mental fortitude and they don't deal with things as well as I am. Luckily, I was given a gift to, you know, people like make fun of me or whatever. I just don't care. You know, it doesn't mean anything. Like someone doesn't like me, I'm like, cool, man. I don't really give a shit. So for me, that's just how I am. And some people can't deal with it the same way. So I'll tell them like, you know, like sometimes you got to learn and you got to have people say things about you and you just have to ignore it, you know?
I noticed you handled the trolling pretty good. I mean, on the internet, they're all over the place. You handle it pretty well. So you just roll with the punches.
If you read any article of mine, it's like the same shit. Like, let's give this guy a hand. Like, gotta hand it to him. You know, 2 thumbs up, all that stuff. And it's just like, cool, man. Like, say something funny. You know, say something original.
Yeah, you got to hear the same shit over and over again. It's got to get annoying. I hear how handsome I am over and over again. It really does get annoying.
Yeah, and it's but. You know, it's like, I don't really care about that. It's like...
It is what it is. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, and it's not your one hand. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the modeling that's going on here. I mean, I'm on your Instagram right now. I'm showing the people. What is this? What is going on here? Are you Marky Mark? What, are you part of the Funky Bunch? What's the deal with this?
I'm just trying to go full nude on this.
Oh, we're gonna see the whole eggplant on Instagram soon.
No, actually, so this guy I went to college with, his name is Brian Szymanski, and he does like Versace ads, and like he's big time, and he's with them, and then they have like Luke Rockhold too, and Alan Jabouin, and they reached out to me, and they were like, "Hey, you want to be a model?" So I was like, "What do I have to do?" And they're like, "Take some pictures," and I'm like, "What's after that?" And they're like, "You make money," and I'm like, "Okay."
So no kidding. So what happened? You went to a photo shoot. They paid you some cash for this?
No. This one was just to build a portfolio so I can get some ads.
Oh, gotcha. You got to have sponsors all up your ass right now after this whole Bellator thing where people just jumping.
Yeah, you want to do that?
No.
Tomorrow morning? I'll be here at 8 a.m.
No, I won't be there.
Okay, I'll see you at 8 a.m. Yep.
Yeah, so do you have sponsors like knocking down your door right now trying to get a part of the Nick Newell train?
I have a few sponsors. I have like the same sponsors I've always had. If someone wants to sponsor me, they can reach out and sponsor me.
You have a CBD sponsor?
A what?
A CBD sponsor?
Yeah, I do. I have a guy that like grows it himself, and he's like a tree. He like is a tree scientist. Like he fixes trees and he grows his own stuff. So I like his stuff.
Okay, fair enough.
But like, there's a bunch of good stuff out there. I'm sure you have one.
Yeah, I was gonna set you up, but now forget it. You blew me off. So now Bellator. Let's talk about this. It was like a one-off contract that you had. What's the deal? Is it going to be a multi-fight deal, or what are we going to see in the future for Nick Newell?
Yeah, I'm trying to get on that multi-fight deal. I'm trying to get them to give me like some money. You know, I got a family. My gym, you saw my gym, is expensive, and they actually reached out to me and gave me a great offer.
Okay.
And you know, there's always like what I want and what they want, and then you meet somewhere in the middle. So my team is negotiating it. It's out of my hand, and we're going from there. But I mean, I expect to stay with Bellator. If I got the same offer, if you were like, they're like, hey, we'll give you this much money, and UFC was like, yo, man, we'll give you the same, I would stay with Bellator.
No kidding. So you're done with UFC. You've had it pretty much with them. You're focused on Bellator.
I won't say anything because I'm like a fan of it still. Like I have a lot of friends in the UFC and I like the UFC and I still watch it all the time. It's great, but it's like I lost one fight and like you can't say anything about the guy I fought until he loses to someone. There's no cap on this man. He could be the best fighter in the world. You know, I mean, he's a national champ wrestler and he held me down for 15 minutes. You know, and it's my fault. I should have got up. I lost. But I brought the fight to him. I almost knocked him out. I almost choked him out. You know, but there's no one has any idea how good this guy or how not good this guy is. So like, you can't really gauge my skills off this because he's undefeated and everyone else he knocked a guy out in 3 seconds and he choked everyone else out in the first round. So to say that I'm not UFC quality because I lost one fucking fight is kind of bullshit to me.
Where did this guy go? Alex Munoz, 5-0. You faced him in the Contender Series.
Yeah, I mean he's a wrestling coach at Team Alpha Male, who's one of the best wrestling teams in the world, and he's the best wrestler out of all of them. And you know, it was a tough fight. It was a good fight. It was a close fight. I don't think I won, but I think that it's not a knock on my skill, more a thing to his skill. A salute to how good he is. You know, I fought Justin Gaethje, and I did better than two guys that were ranked top 10 in the world when they fought him. And I know it doesn't work like that. I know MMA math is stupid, but like I stood toe to toe with him, and I hurt him on the feet multiple times, and then he hurt me, and he ended up winning. But it's like, bro, I'm right in there. I'm right in there with all these guys. You know, and Bellator saw that and appreciates that, and gave me the push I need to be where I want to be and be where I feel like I deserve to be. I don't expect anything to be given to me or handed to me or anything, you know? So, like, I just take everything how it is. You know, after that, I was like, you know what? I really like to fight for CES. They've always been good to me. I want to fight for CES. I reached out to Jimmy Birchfield, and they put me on the card, and they really kickstarted my career again.
CES, real good people over there. I love those guys. They put on a good show, too. So
those are my people. CES, those are my people.
Now, seeing Justin Gaethje do what he's doing in the UFC, I mean, it's pretty impressive. And seeing how you stood up to Justin Gaethje and one of the few blemishes on your record, that's got to be a good feeling, knowing that, hey, you could really hang with these guys.
Yeah, and people are stupid. They're like, he's better now. Like, yeah, no shit, I'm better too. Like, shut your mouth. Go home, eat some chips.
Well, you're prettier than Justin Gaethje, and no homo, right, Jesse?
He's all
homo.
He's a real man, you know? He doesn't do this. He doesn't do this to be cool. He does it because he loves it. And he's got a little animal inside of him, and he's a tough motherfucker, and I respect that.
Now, I know Ali Abdelaziz helped you with the UFC with the negotiation or getting you onto the Contender Series. Is he in the picture or out of the picture? Did he help you out with Bellator, or was it pure all you?
Ali is my I mean, by all accounts, Ali has been like great to me. You know, people don't like him. He kind of like talks a lot of trash and like will fight people for almost anything.
Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of a loose cannon, but like I think that stuff's kind of funny because I'm friends with him, so it doesn't bother me. And he's always helped me and had my back. You know, he's a great guy, and I have my guy Angelo Bodetti, who's been with me for years and years and years, and I have both of them looking out for me. And you know, I have a good team. Angelo is one of my favorite people in the world, and he's just like such a solid dude. And Ali is had my back too, so it's good, man. You know, it's all good. I surround myself with the right people, and most importantly, my team.
Mm-hmm.
My team's solid. You know, I've had the same coach since the first time I ever stepped in an MMA school, and he's like the coolest, realest dude I've ever met in my life. And my boxing coach I've been working with for like 10 years, and they allow me and they give me pointers and they're just real with me. And I've gone here and there and learned different things from different people. As you saw, I have a guy I have different people teaching at my gym now, and I'm able to get more students and hire people to help out and help me grow. So it's like really it's really an amazing thing I have going on. And I think that Connecticut MMA is going to make a big push soon, and not with just my team, but with all the other teams in Connecticut that are doing it right and working together.
It's really cool to see the Connecticut scene explode. It's a lot of fun to watch over here. One thing I do have to say, I brought this up earlier on a past stream, and I was saying how you're one of the guys that got me into MMA outside of the UFC. Like, I would just watch the UFC complete casual, but I didn't really know what the hell was going on out there. Watch you in World Series of Fighting, and I was like, holy shit, this guy is something else, right? You opened that door for me to watch all these other promotions, Premier FC, CES, all these other promotions out there. I was like, holy shit, there's another world. There's a farm system into the UFC, and there's other big organizations. So I credit you for that. It's all your fault. This channel is here, Nick Newell.
Oh, thanks. And I'll expect my 10% royalties on all ads in the future.
I'll let you know how that works out. Jessie has dipped into the chat room, and what kind of questions do you have from the chat, Jessie? And brace yourself, Nick. Oh, she's shaking her head. She's not. What do you got, Jessie?
I'm gonna go with the easy ones here.
Okay.
And some not so easy ones. So just know that I'm not asking these questions.
Okay.
They're asking these questions. First, Lele wants to know: can you whoop Khabib's ass?
Ooh.
Khabib, honestly, this is the honest truth. I have the weapons to finish anyone on any given day. Would he be the favorite? Absolutely, but I would take my chance.
Okay. Ann H wants to know what your favorite winning submission move is.
Guillotine, easy.
Raul Chagas says, how much does this guy bench?
I don't bench press. I can't. Well, actually, you know what? I see him do the one hand that bench press and like put up big weight. I just do one at a time, and then a towel on the other arm. And I guess I put up some pretty big numbers, but I don't even want to know. I don't want to be like a weightlifter guy. My coach just tells me what to lift, and I just lift it, and I never even check my numbers or anything.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm sorry. I don't understand how you balance yourself out. Like, I can't balance my chest out, and I have two arms. You have an arm and a half, and somehow your chest looks more normal than mine. Mine looks like I'm missing an arm.
My ribs sticks out funny, and like one of my pecs is bigger than my other one. But
how do you do it? How do you somehow make it look like symmetrical?
Wrestling.
Huh?
You wrestle a lot, and you have to use your whole body, so that helps.
All
and
right.
then I just have a good coach. I have like a world-class coaching when it comes to lifting and performance. And I have my coach I've been with a very, very long time, and Matt Ramos, and he's done well by me. He's done a great job. So I just, like I said, I have a good team, and I try to do everything smart. And I'm not a part of like a big team or anything like that, but I have a whole program here between Connecticut and Massachusetts that revolves around me. So I'm a lucky guy.
Back to the chat.
Do you think Justin can beat Cowboy?
Yeah, I think he will. I think that forward pressure is something else, and maybe you train together and you felt it in training, but when you fight, you hit this fucking guy, man. I hit him with like 3 shots. I'm like, oh, he's out, and he just keeps coming forward and keeps coming forward. And it won't be anything that I guess Cowboy's seen it all, but this guy's relentless, and I think that he's gonna pull it off.
Real quick, seeing what Dustin Poirier did to Justin Gaethje, and here comes back to the MMA math. Seeing how he put Gaethje away, do you think that he has the goods to put away Khabib?
I do. I absolutely do, and I've trained with Dustin actually a lot a while back, like a while back when he was still fighting at 45s. But he's very talented, and he has the composure. He's fought wrestlers before. Khabib's fought other wrestlers before, and Dustin's not a wrestler, but he can wrestle, and he has the composure and the pinpoint striking that, say, someone like Michael Johnson, who wrestled and just more so hits hard, has, even though Michael Johnson knocked out Dustin. But Dustin is just world class, so relaxed. He's looked so good lately, and I wouldn't be surprised, man. Honestly, I wonder what the lines are on this fight.
I put money on Dustin. It's like, was it 300? Like 320 something plus 320? I dropped money though.
When the first came out, it was even further, But I mean, Khabib is just so damn good.
Yeah.
And I think that Khabib's striking is way better than people think.
You think so? I mean,
I said the same exact thing.
Well, hold on a second. We got a donation from Batgirl.
I heart the MMA holes. Great interview.
Wow, great interview. Well, it's Nick's fault. It's not our fault. I mean, he's fantastic. So yeah, she's been talking about his striking too. Yeah. I don't know anything about punching, but what I'm seeing there, I see sloppy shit, hands down, and he just kind of whipping jabs and shit like that. What does he do that's special?
Yeah, but you're afraid to get taken down by him. So like you can't really get comfortable, because as soon as you get comfortable, you start letting it fly. He takes you down.
Yeah.
If you look at his jab, he was popping that jab, and I went to his face, doing his thing, and he faked the takedown and dropped Connor. This isn't a boxing match. It's not a kickboxing match. It's an MMA fight. So there's little things. The threat of the takedown makes your striking better, and I think that his striking is better than people think, even though he doesn't look like Demetrius Johnson out there, like hitting, cutting angles, switching.
Super chat.
Hold on one second. We got a super chat, and this is from AJ.
You are one bad dude.
Wow.
You are an inspiration. Thank you.
Look at that. You're an inspiration. How do you feel about that?
I get that a lot.
What?
Is it weird? It's like she gets called pretty all the time, and I'm like, it must be fun. You're called inspirational all the time. No one calls me anything. They're like, oh, he's an asshole.
Well, in fairness, you do act like an asshole.
Well, leave me alone. You're an inspiration. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's not something I was trying to do, but it's a hat that I'll wear. If I can help people and inspire people to do things, then that's fantastic. Who wouldn't want to be that person that helps people?
Well, I gotta say, it's gotta be awesome. Yeah, go ahead. I cut you off because she has a question.
Scott McClee wants to know, what modifications do you need to make to your striking to protect the weaker side, or I guess whatever, if it's weaker.
How many times have you heard this?
Do you have to make any modifications?
And you know what the funny thing is, like, I don't think the way he phrased that was like offensive or stupid. It was actually just like a curiosity question.
Yeah.
More so than the people that are just sitting on their couch, like, oh, I'd kick that guy in the head. Like, you never even trained. You can't even kick someone. I bet you can't even get your foot that high.
I know I can't.
Like,
yeah.
But like, look at my arm. I can block my head. I can block my body. I just have to be quicker in it. And I can also get knocked out just like anyone else with two hands can get knocked out. So, it all comes down to the footwork and the foot placement.
Yeah.
And I'm always paying attention to where my feet are. And I know, like, that's not a lot of thing that a lot of people watch or think about, but like literally my whole striking game is based around foot placement. So every time I hit, I reset, and I have a whole series of spots that I put my feet and different reactions I do off of their reaction and their foot placement, and really the striking and the things I throw are secondary to where my feet are located. And it doesn't matter what you throw, it matters where you are when you throw it for me. So it's really like a kind of pretty complex, complicated system. Not to say that it would go over anyone's head or I'm like the only guy that does this, but my coach has been working on it with me for 15 years.
I tell you what, you sound like a very smart guy, Nick. You sound like, I think, let me give you a piece of advice. I think you should open a gym.
Yeah.
Seem like you know what you're doing. No? Oh.
It's all a science, it's all a science. And aside from that, like, you got to be a technical masterpiece, but when you go out there, you got to be a badass too, So like before this fight, my last fight, I was like, I'm a technical guy. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do this. And I fought kind of like a technical guy, and my coach wasn't overly happy with it. He wanted me to stay technical, but he wanted a little bit of like the 24, 25-year-old Nick to come out. Mm-hmm. So he told me this fight, he said, well, let's bring that animal, that 25-year-old kid that just didn't care about anything, that just wanted to fight, that wasn't afraid to get out there and just move forward and just beat someone's ass. And let's find a balance between that and the fighter, the technical fighter. And we worked hard and we found it. And now I'm that guy. And honestly, I feel super confident. After my Contender Series fight, people said a lot of things about me, and I try to stay positive and I try to stay strong, but like it hurt, losing hurts, sure. Especially when you're someone like me that doesn't party and doesn't go out and do any of that stuff, or I don't bullshit. I've never done drugs in my life. Not that I think that I'm better than anyone else because of it, but like I've been dedicated to this game. I don't take time off, maybe a week after a fight, but like I'm not like taking like 3 months off and be like, I got to fight. Like if I have the day, I'm going to go train no matter what. I always go train. Look at me right now. I don't have a fight book. Look how sweaty I am. I was grinding out there. And it hurt me that I worked so hard and I felt like a failure. And I felt like I wasn't good enough. And I kind of let some of the things people say to me kind of get me down. And my coach, lifted me back up. And I went and saw a hypnotist, Dom the hypnotist, and he talked to me and he got in my head that like I am that dude. I am that bad guy. And then I talked to him and I was like, is he just like, I talked to some people and I was like, is that true, or is he just like messing with my head? And they're like, no man, that's 100% true. Like you're in there with anyone. And I'll go and I'll train with these guys and I'll whoop their ass, or I'll hang in there with them, and they're big name guys. And I never talk about training, because training doesn't really mean shit. It's just practice, but like it's a good indicator of where you belong. And I know that I belong at the top, and if I get my ass whooped, I think I earned that right to get my ass whooped. I think people need to stop talking like I need to be babied. I'm not a baby. I'm a grown ass man. I'm smart. You just said it. I'm educated. So for people to say, I'm going to get hurt, like I know what the hell I'm doing. I know what I'm getting myself into. And this game is tough. This is a hard game. This is not a nice game. And bad things happen to you, and it's not even fun when you win sometimes because you get hurt. But it's like if you're out here and you're dedicating your life to this and you want to be great at it, you got to just bite down on your mouthpiece and make shit happen.
Well, you definitely made something happen. You got that win after the big win in CES, 2 in a row. And now where do you see yourself in the end of the year? Do you see, we're winding down. Are you going to be back in the Bellator cage?
Super
and we got a donation coming in here.
FAA World Trophy.
Wow. They're saying FAA World Trophy. That's from Delta Panda. I'm not sure if you're aware, but FAA versus the world, or what do we got going on there?
Man, like I don't even care what other people are doing. Like everyone's like, my team versus the world. Like I care about my team. I care about all my students. Like other people want to train somewhere else or do this. Like cool, man, do your thing. Like I really don't care. Like I'm just worried about myself and my guys, and I love my team and I'll do anything for my team, and I'll learn that from my coach.
All right, let's get back to the chat over here. I was going to ask a question, but let's rapid fire from the chat because we do have a bunch of questions here, and we'll let you go. What we got, Jess?
Have you ever tried the Popeyes chicken sandwich yet?
No, I got this modeling career, man. It's ruining my life.
Do you truly believe you can be a Bellator champ?
I do. I know that I could. I know that there's guys out there that, honestly, I fight really well against people I'm taller than. So like I would love to fight Pitbull, but I know I got to earn my way up there, so I can't start talking shit until I work my way up the ladder.
Okay. Do you still believe you can beat up Floyd Mayweather? I guess you said that the last time you were on air.
That's right.
And
you were calling out Floyd.
30 seconds or less, I will finish Floyd Mayweather in a fight.
Oh shit.
Would you fight Dylan Dennis?
Oh.
Of course, I've trained with Dylan before, and he was always super cool to me. So like, I feel like I feel it's so corny to call him out because he's only 2 fights into his career,
okay.
But like we don't train together all the time. So of course I will fight him because people pay attention to him and people like him. But it's not like I'm gonna go on like, oh my god, like I need to fight this guy. Like I'm gonna let him do his thing. He's entertaining. Some of the things he says are really funny. So like, I roll with him and like some of his crew, like his boy Munch. I talk with him all the time, and I'm cool with those guys, man. I don't follow the hate trains.
Okay, and then lastly, did Bellator give you a full contract or a 1-fight contract?
They gave me a 1-fight contract, and we're working on a full one, but we got to iron out the details.
All right. Well, Nick, listen, it's always a pleasure having you on here. I have a big question for you. We had a gentleman that just fought in bare knuckle. He wore an MMA Holes shirt at the weigh-ins, and he won. Now, we're 1 for 1 with this. How do we get you an MMA Holes shirt so you can wear it at the weigh-ins, for God's sakes? Is this going to happen?
Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, usually I just go to weigh-ins just naked.
All right. So if I send you an MMA Holes shirt, will you wear it at the weigh-ins?
Yeah, send it to me, man.
Right.
I'll shout you guys out.
There we go. Look at that. Nick Newell, a goddamn celebrity over here. MMA Hole Extravaganza. I am happy to have you back on here. Looking forward to the future. And I think we lost you for a second. Hold on a second. There we go. Looking forward to now. Hold on a second. Donation.
Stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
All right, this is from Vlad.
Have there been any talks from either promotions you fought for to make you a custom glove for your other arm? Seems like it would be smart and would cover more surface area when you go to block.
That's actually a really good question.
That is a good question.
Yeah, no.
No, huh?
I wear an elbow pad when I train, but I don't throw my arm like a jab. Like, I don't jab with it. It's just an elbow. I just throw it as an elbow.
I mean, technically that's what it is, right? I mean, if you're hitting them pretty much with your elbow, right?
I don't hit with the point of my arm because it would hurt too much. So I don't really want to pad it because I want to be cutting people open.
Could you believe that people are actually making excuses? I mean, you don't even have 2 arms, and they're making excuses like, oh my God, that's dangerous. You can't have them do this and that. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I like that.
You like that? All right. Anyway. All right. Well, Nick, listen, it was a pleasure having you on here. Shout out to any of your sponsors. Do it now. Last word is yours.
Thanks. If you want to see my sponsors, go to my Instagram at Notorious Newell. I got them all there. I shout them out all the time, so follow me on that, or Twitter. If you want to talk shit to me or whatever, I don't care. Follow me, follow my career, and good luck, and thanks for having me on.
All right, and good luck to you too, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Notorious Nick Newell live with the MMA Holes, and I gotta say this: I had a good time. Jess, you had a good time?
Indeed, Moss.
I like Nick. He's a good guy.
I know you do.
What? We get along.
He's a blabber, this one.
We get along, me and Nick. He's a good guy over there.
By the way, can you just